Okay, what's up everyone? Today we're gonna make a redesign of Reddit. We're gonna be using React. So this is the design I'm talking about. Okay, this is the design I'm talking about. We're specifically gonna make this homepage using React. Shout out to these two amazing UI designers, Amir Vihora and Mobil Haq, for making these beautiful designs. And before that, I just want to set some expectations. So we're not gonna be building the whole Reddit, right? We're not gonna be touching the back end of it. We're not gonna be touching API stuff like that. But we're only gonna be building the front end side of this website. Okay, so only this web page, only this home page, basically. Okay, so if you're still interested, well, keep going. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, we're just gonna create a folder. I'm just gonna make it here, Reddit redesign. Okay, right, and then I'm gonna open some VS Code. I'm gonna open into that folder. I should, okay, open to that folder and select the folder. That's it. Okay, and okay, so after that, I'm just gonna open some terminal, new terminal, and then type in npx create react app dot. So this command will create a React app in this folder that we are in. So in this case, it's Reddit redesign. Anyway, okay, so all we have to do now is just to wait, basically. Okay, as you can see here, we are creating a package.json, and it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna have to speed it up. Okay, so now that it is done, let's go to our terminal and just type npm run start. We're gonna open the web app, and this is gonna be in a localhost with a port of 3000. So now we wait. Okay, so now it is done. Let's see how. Okay, so this is the web app. We need to edit React.js. Okay, and let's go to app.js. I'm just gonna delete this. I don't need this for now, so delete this one. And I'm also gonna delete index.css. Just delete this. Hold on. Okay, just close this from, okay, and delete this index.css. I'm also gonna delete app.css. We don't need this. Okay. Oops. Okay. Save. And now let's just put hello world. Okay, so that's good. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our design. This is the design. Okay, so we all need to think how to make the component out of this web page, out of this home page, basically. Okay, so if you think about it, this web page basically have two main components. This is the left one, and the right one is all of this thing. Okay, so the left one, I think I'm going to call it site navigations. So this is a site nav component, and the right one, I'm going to call it main component because it is actually the main component of this web page. Okay, so let's create that. Let's create a site nav component first. Site nav.js. I'm also going to create the CSS for it. Site nav.css. Okay, right. Okay, let's think about site. Okay, and now let's import site nav in our app.js. So import site nav from site nav. Okay, render it in here. Site nav. Sorry. Okay, save, and let's see. Okay, it's nothing because we haven't put anything in the site nav component. And let's just make some component. Let's just say this is site nav component. Okay, save that, and all right, this is site nav component. Okay, in the site nav component, we can pretty much see that there are pretty much three big things, right? There are the logo and the search box and all the links. Okay, so three big things. Okay, so now let's do that in our site nav component. Okay, okay, let's create a class name for this. Let's just call it site nav, and we create the things. So site nav class name, site nav logo. Okay, and then we have site nav search, and then we have site nav links. All right, so okay, so we have a nice link properties. That's a good one. Okay, so for this, in the site nav logo, we're gonna need a logo of Reddit. So we're gonna create an image. The source we're not gonna worry about for the source for now. Okay, it's pretty much the image, the logo of Reddit. Okay, so that's works. In the site nav search, we're gonna create an embed because we need a search box, right? So we're gonna have to create an embed. The type is gonna be a text, and the name is gonna call it search. And the placeholder, I think, okay, the placeholder is the search string. Okay, search. All right, so that's good. And for the link, okay, we pretty much have two parts here. The first one is the menu, and the second one is the subreddit. So I'm going to create two unordered lists. UL class name. I'm just going to call this site nav menu. Okay, and the second one is, I'm gonna make an horizontal line first, and the second one is class name site nav subreddit. Okay. The next thing that I want to do, I want to use a loop here. So at first I'm going to create an object. Let's just call it cons menus. This is going to be a list. Inside of it is going to be an object. The first one has a property 2 or popular. Okay, and another property is the text, so popular. Okay, all right. Okay, so so this property is popular. Okay, so next I'm gonna duplicate this, and this one is all. This one is all, and this one is random. This one is random. All right. Let's delete this comma because we don't need. Okay. So next thing I want to do is I want to map each of these objects into a link. So I'm just gonna say menus dot map each of these menu into a link. So the first thing we're gonna have on the list li, and then we're gonna have a link href. Okay, and the text on that link is gonna be the menu.text. The source of that link is gonna be the menu.to. all right. Okay, and for this we're gonna do the same thing as what we did with the menus here. I'm just gonna say cons subreddits. This is gonna be a list of strings. So I'm gonna fast forward here. Okay, so now that it is done, I'm gonna do the same loop again in the menu. I'm just gonna say subreddits dot map each of these subreddit into a link, an li first, and then we'll have a link, right? And then the text on that link is gonna be the subreddit itself. Okay, and the link, the reference for that link is gonna be, I think this is the pretty much the link format for subreddit. So it's gonna be something like this, subreddit. So for example, the subreddit is soccer, and it's gonna be /r/soccer, right? Okay, so let's save this one, save, and let's see our result. Okay, so it looks pretty good. We need the image here, and for the logo we are also going to need an icon, I believe, here, right? Okay, we're going to need an icon. Well, apart from that, I think it's pretty good. We're also going to need to limit the width of this site nav. Okay, so let's do that in our CSS. Okay, I'm just going to make it side by side here. In the app.css, okay, in the app.css, sorry, not in the, sorry, in the site nav.css, right? Let's first import the CSS. Import sitenav.css. Save. And then in our sitenav.css, we're gonna put some of our style for sitenav. So, for example, sitenav, the width we don't need that much, so put 200 pixel. Okay, and then the font size, let's just say small. We're also gonna need a box shadow. 2px, 1px. Okay, and we're also gonna need some. Okay, so that's for now. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. All right. So after that, we're gonna need a logo. Sitenav logo. All right. Display is gonna be flex. I'm gonna make it center, so align item center, and justify content is center. Okay, so see this. Okay, we don't see anything because we haven't got the logo yet. So let's just find some logo. Reddit logo, whatever. This one looks good. I have found it actually. So just copy this and the sitenav. Let's just put it here. Save. And let's see. Alright, it's too big. So we're gonna have to size that. Sitenav logo image. The width I think be 60%, and the margin 10 pixel 0. Save. All right, that's good. Okay, and now we move on to our search box. Sitenav search, margin 2 AM 0. Okay, that looks good. Now we're gonna need I believe the search icon, the magnifying glass icon in this box. So let's use Font Awesome for that. Font Awesome CDN.js. I have that here. Let's just copy the link tag. Wait, yep. Yeah, copy the link tag and then go into our index.html. In the index.html, just after this one, just put our link, paste and save. It's easy. Okay, in this sitenav.js, we're gonna need to put the button, the icon. So I with the class name of FA search, and this is the Font Awesome class name. So you need to check out the documentations if you want to find out what is the class for other icon. Okay, so click that, save. In the sitenav.css, we now need to fix the CSS. First, let's fix the input. Sitenav search input, and just say padding. Padding. Padding is 10 pixel, 8 pixel and 10 pixel. Alright, so it's bigger, and we're gonna need a border 1 pixel solid F4, F5, FA, and then we're gonna need a box shadow. So box shadow is going to be 0 pixel, 1 pixel, 0 pixel, 1 pixel. The color is going to be the same, F4, F5, F8. And when I do border radius, something about 0 pixel, 50 pixel to the top right, 50 pixel to the bottom right, and 0 pixel for the bottom left. Okay, position is gonna be relative, and outline width is gonna be 0. All right, so it looks pretty cool. And we're gonna need to basically modify the icon. We need to move the icon to the left. So let's just do that. Site nav search for the I tag. The right is gonna be 30 pixels, and then the position is gonna be absolute, I think. Maybe okay, let's see relative. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we are done with the search box. Let's deal with this, right? Okay, let's get rid of all these underlines in the link. So site nav A, text decoration is none, and color, just say 80. 80? Yeah, I think that sounds good. Okay, so we get rid of all those links, of all those underlines, sorry. In the site nav, also in the link li, let's just create a padding of 10 pixels and 15 pixels. Save. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. That looks pretty good to me. And let's maybe make a margin in this HR, I believe. Let's see. Right, more margin in this HR tag. Okay, so site nav HR. We're gonna have a margin of 2 AM 0. We're also gonna need some border. So 1 pixel solid, and the color is gonna be the same, F4, F5, F8. Save. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. All right, so now, as you can see here, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, we have a little bit of space here, and so we need to reset the CSS to get rid of all the space. So I'm just gonna look for reset CSS. Okay, reset CSS. Oops, sorry. Just gonna copy this whole thing. Okay, copy. Just gonna put it in our maybe app CSS. That sounds good. Okay, save, pass, and save. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now, as you can see here, there is no more space, and we're basically getting rid of the list style here. So the next thing that I want to do is we need to change the fonts, because this is not the correct fonts. So the fonts for this is Poppins. So I'm just gonna say Google Fonts Poppins. I have the link here. Just copy this thing. Copy this thing. Put it in your index HTML. Paste in our app.css. Let's just add body font family is poppins. Save, and let's see the results. Alright, so we now have changed the fonts, so that's cool. As you can see here, we have basically completed our site nav component. Okay, so now we move on to our main component. All right, let's create a main component, main.js. I'm also going to create the CSS, main.css. Okay, the main.js, let's make a new functional component, rfc. This is main component. Save. All right, and now let's import that in our app.js. Import main from main. Okay, save. Okay, the main component should be something's wrong. I don't see the main component. In the app.js, we import. Okay, so we haven't rendered it. Sorry, main. Save. And okay, so we have seen this is main component. This is basically in the wrong place. We should move the main component here. So let's do that. In the app, I'm just gonna say some container here. Maybe not here. Maybe I need to make like div class name container. Okay. So this container will contains the main component and the site nav component. And in the app.css, let's just say we're gonna have to create a flex here. So container display is flex. Save. All right. Okay, so we pretty much move the main component, so that's good. And the next thing that I want to do is I want to think about this main component, right? So in the main component, we pretty much have two big components. The first one is this header right here, and the second one is our post right here. So we're gonna need to take care of this first, and then we move on to this. Okay, so let's create a header component. Okay, let's create a header.js. Let's also create the CSS header.css. Okay, let's create rfc. This is header.js. Right, in the main component, let's import our header component. So import header from header. Let's import that to here, header. Okay, we import that. Okay, this is header.js, that's good. And here we put post component. All right, so this is header.js, and this is we put header post component. Okay, so that's cool. In our header.js, let's just create a class name of header. And okay, let's think about this. In our header component, we pretty much divide it into two sides, right? So the first one is header left, all that contains all of these links, and the second one is header right that contain the user informations. So let's just do that. We're gonna have div class name. Let's just call this one header. Let's just call this one header left, and in this one, sorry, I'm just gonna duplicate this header right. Okay, looks pretty cool. In the header left, as you can see here, we pretty much have just links. So we're gonna do the same thing. UL, and each of these is gonna have a link, a li, and then each of these is gonna have a link. Okay. You can say popular, right? Okay, so we have that, and now let's duplicate. So we have 5 link here in the menu, in the header. So hot, and then rising, and then controversial, and then guilt. Okay, so this one is hot, this one is rising, this one is controversial, and this one is guilt. Okay, let's save. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Okay, so that looks pretty good. In the header right, we're gonna need what do we need? We're gonna need a notification icon, the user avatar, and the username, and then some, I guess, a small rectangle pointing downward. Okay, so let's create that. Let's have an icon. We're gonna use font awesome, fa bell. Okay, and then we're gonna need some image for the avatar. Okay, and then we're gonna need the user informations. This is the username, which I believe is one of the designers. And then we need some small triangle, basically. Okay, let's save. Let's see how it looks. Okay, looks pretty good. And now we need to import our header CSS. Okay, header.css, save. Okay, let's make it side by side again. Okay, CSS, right. Okay, let's make it side by side again, and then now let's think about this. Right, in the header.css, we're gonna style this. Okay, so let's first take care of the header left. Maybe the header first. Right, header font size, I want it to be small. Display, I want it to flex. I'm gonna make it center. Justify content, want to make space between these two items, between header left and header right. Okay, then we have margin. Let's just say 0.5, 2.5. Save. Okay, looks pretty cool. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Anyway, let's take care of header left. Okay, so now we fix the header left, and we need to display flags. I want it to flags, right? And the line item, I want it to be center. Okay, save this. Okay, and I think it should not. Okay, header left UL, sorry, header left UL. Okay, so now it's good. Now we need a little bit of padding between each of these menu. So okay, so before I'm just gonna say header left li, we need some padding. So so padding, let's just say 10 pixel maybe. Okay, looks pretty cool. 10 pixel. Yeah, I think that looks good for now. Okay, after that, we need to get rid of all this underline. So I'm just gonna say header falling text decoration is none. Okay, save that. We get rid of this underline. And okay, save. Okay, so this is the link, and okay, if you can see here in this design, an active link, right? An active link in this design has some orange color. So let's just say I'm gonna put class here, just say active in the header left a active. We're gonna need color is the FD 4500, and then the border bottom is 2 pixel solid FD 4500. Save, and let's see the results. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure. Okay, so LIA, sorry. Right, okay, that looks pretty cool for now. Maybe a little bit of margin too will help. Margin right is 10 pixel, whatever that means. Okay, maybe this. Okay, so that will help. Okay, after that, what we need to do left is take care of the right side. So header right. Okay, we need the width, let's just say about 25. Sorry, header right, we need display to be flags. Display is flags, and then align items to be center, and justify content to be center again. All right. Okay, after that, we're gonna need take care of all this thing right here. So we need it to move like this. we need to move all the way to here. I put space between, but I'm not sure. Let's save. It should be put space between. Header has displays. Okay, I'll think about that later. But okay, I'll think about it later. Should put some margin. Okay. At least for now, let's fix the UI first, right? Okay, and header, right, everything. Let's just margin left of 10 pixel, and the image header right. This is for the avatar, so the image has a width of 25 pixel and border radius about 50%. We want to make it a circle, that's why we have 50% of border radius. Okay. Header right and this is for the icon. Just see font size, medium, color is 80. Okay, and then we have header right. This is for the username. Span margin right about 10 pixel. Okay, we save. Okay, so we should move this all the way to here. Let's find out what's wrong. Let me reload this. Okay, let's find out what's wrong. I'm not sure. Okay, so what's wrong is the fact that in the main.css I should probably put flex 1 because I want it to grow all the way to the right side. So now I have flex 1 in here, and in the main.js I put a class name main and I import the CSS. So now I guess it works. Okay, and okay, so now it works. And also I think we're gonna need a different background for the main. Let's just edit this and background color to be F4, F5, FA, and then we need some padding as well. Some padding. Okay, we need some padding. The padding is gonna be 10 pixel and 40 pixel. Save. Okay, let's save. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, in the header.js, under CSS, I mean, let's take care. Okay, so it looks cool. We should probably remove the link color, the blue one here. So I'm just gonna remove this. In the header CSS, I'm just gonna say, okay, maybe this, okay, whatever, color is 18, is 80, save. Okay, so now we remove the blue color. Okay, that's good for now, and let's create another component. The last one is going to have a post component, so let's do that. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, and let's just create a new component. Let's just say post.js, and let's create a CSS for it. Post.css. Okay, post. Okay, this one is post, and this is post component. Right, we save this, and let's see the result. Okay, sorry, we haven't imported that in our main.js. So now let's do that. Import post from post. Yeah, so okay, we should see, okay, all right, sorry, post. Okay, this is post component. Okay, that's cool. And in the post component, we're gonna need a lot of post item. So think about it. Like if you look at this design, the post component is whatever it is on this big thing, like the one with the white background. And inside of it, we have a lot of post item. So I'm just gonna make another component, a post item.js, and then the CSS for it. .css. Okay, that's cool. In the post item, I'm gonna make a loop. So let's create cons post. This is a list. Each of these lists gonna contains an object, which is the post. So right, each of these posts, think about the data that we need each for each of these post items. So we need the number of upvote, we need the image, we need the title, we need the user that submit the post, we need the subreddits, we need the number of comments. Okay, so that's it. So let's do that. Upvote. For this, let's think about this particular post. The upvote number of upvotes is 547, and then we need the image. Image is okay. Let's not worry about that for now. And let's just put here, and then we have title. Questions about new wallet. Okay. Questions about new wallet, and then we have the user and the subreddits. User, the independent online, and the subreddit is politics. Okay, and then we have the number of comments, comment counts, whatever comment counts is 284. Okay, that's good. Okay, and save this. And now we're gonna loop through this post list and render post item for each of these post lists. Okay, it's gonna get clear in a second. Okay, the class name, I'm gonna call it post, and then inside of this, I make a loop. Post.map each of these posts. Okay, each of these posts. Okay, each of these posts is gonna render a post item. Post item rank, and then when I pass in the prop post, this post right here, when I pass in as the prop post to the post item. Okay, all right. Okay, that's safe. Let's import post item while we are here. Import post item from post item, and then in the post item, let's create that component RFC post item here, right? Props. Okay, and we're gonna grab that props in the post item. We're gonna get that props in the post item, so we're gonna get cons Okay, first we're gonna get the title, and then let's see what we have. What else we have? We're gonna get the upvotes, image, title, user, subreddit, and comment count. Okay, upvote, image, user, subreddit, comment count. Okay, okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna grab it from props.post. Okay, so now we have that. Well, next thing we need to do is we're gonna create each of these post items. So let's think about it. Each of these post items basically divided into three sides. So the left, the center, and the right. Let's do that. Div class name. Okay. Post left. Right. I'm gonna call this div with the class name of post, and post left, post center, and post right. Post center and post right. Okay, in the post left we're gonna need a triangle, an upward triangle and downward triangle, and a number of upvotes. So let's do that. Let's use font awesome, class name fas fa caret up, okay, and then fa caret down, and in between we're gonna make a span, which is the number of upvote. All right. Okay, let's save. Let's see how it looks. Okay, we're gonna fix the UI with the CSS, but I think the functionality now works. Okay, in the center we're gonna need the image. So image, image. Okay, on the right we're gonna need a lot of things. So the first thing we're gonna need is the title. Let's just say title has a link. Okay, this one is title. The text is gonna be the title. The link, on the other hand, I believe it's gonna be something like this. So /r, yeah, /r, and then we have the subreddit, and then we have the title. Okay, that's cool. And then we need the span for this. So span, let's just call this one post info. Okay, submitted an hour ago by, and now we're gonna need the user link. So okay, the text is gonna be the user. So user, right? In the link, I believe, has this format. User. Okay. And to, and we're also gonna need another link for the subreddit. So href, this one, the text is the subreddit, and the link, I believe, has this format again. Subreddit. Okay. And after that, we're gonna need a p tag with a class name, a paragraph for the class name of post info. I'm gonna make it the same. And inside of it, we're gonna have all of this thing right here. So comment count comments, and then we have share, save, hide, report. Okay, save this. Well, let's see the result. Okay, so we pretty much we pretty much need to fix the UI. Okay, so first we're gonna need to find some image for this post. So I'm just gonna say Unsplash, I think. Image, I'm just gonna say landscape, whatever. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, it's too small. Unsplash. Wait. Okay, I have the image here. Right, and open a new tab. Copy and paste. Right. Save. Well, let's see how it looks now. Okay, so we're gonna need to fix the UI with the CSS. So let's do that. In the post the CSS, do we need anything? Well, in the post the CSS, all we need to do is maybe we need to make a background of white, I think. Yeah, background of white, yeah. Post. Background color white. We need some padding as well. Some padding 0.5 AM, 1 AM. We're gonna need border radius and maybe about 5 pixels, and we're gonna need box shadow -1 pixels, 0 pixels. F4, F5, F8. Save. Okay. And maybe it's because, okay, we did call it post. Okay, we haven't import the CSS, so that's why. Import post.css. Okay, that's cool. And now let's go into post item. First, let's import post item CSS. Post item CSS. Save this. And in the post item CSS, we're gonna need a lot of things. First, let's do dot post. Display we want to be flex, so right. And align item we want to be center. And then margin as well, we need some margin. 1.5. 1. Save. Okay, let's look at it side by side. Okay, that's cool. In the post left, width about 50 pixel. Display is flex direction we want to be column. Justify content we want to be center, and align item we want to be center as well. Okay, save. Let's see how it looks. Save. Okay, looks cool. Yeah, okay, that sounds cool. And let's think about the icon. Font size large, color is 89, so 8EA2. Save. Okay, nothing changed. Okay, let's see what happens. Post left I change. Okay, what if I change it to be red? Okay, nothing changed. Let's okay, let's not worry about it. I think something. Okay, what if I want it to be font size 80 pixel, whatever. That's strange. Okay, so I need to refresh. Cool. Okay. And the post, let's make some margin. Okay. And now let's take care of the image. Post center image. We want it to be height about 80 pixels. Sorry, 60 pixels. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, that looks cool. And we want it to be the border radius. We want it to be maybe just a little bit, so 5 pixels, sorry. And let's take care of the post right. The width, let's just say 85%. And let's take care of the title. The post right. Okay. And font size, we want it to be medium. Color, you want it to be 464855. Okay, we also don't need underline anything, but padding we want to be 5 pixel 0. In text decorations, let's just say none. Or maybe what we could do is just do it for everything. So post a text decoration none. Alright, so that's cool. We save, and now let's take care of these post info. So post right. Okay, that's cool. And okay, and then let's put some margin between this post info. Want to have some bottom margin about 2 pixels. Okay. and maybe some margin, top margin. Save. Okay, so now I think we need the space between this. All right, so okay, let's do that. In the post item, we need a space between. Okay, so we need a space, so let's just put a space. Right. Save. Okay, so now we need. Okay, after this, we're also gonna need a space. Cool. And we need to get rid of all these under blue color. So post item. Okay, let's just make it the same as this one right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna say color. Take the color right. We pause right. Okay, so we make it the same as this. Save. Okay, that looks cool. Now all we have to do is pretty much simply add more of this pose right here. So let's say I duplicate this, right? And then save, and then you're gonna have a lot of posts. So all you need to do now is pretty much change this data and then save. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward here. Okay, I pretty much have filled this post list with a bunch of data, and now as you can see here, this is the result. Basically in this I use a pick some photos and make a random ID to get the image, right? And so as you can see, this is the results. So and I think it looks pretty similar to what we have here. Again, if you are, for example, oh, maybe we need, sorry, one thing I forgot is we need some avatar here. So let's just do that. Avatar. Okay, so we already have the avatar. Let's copy and paste. We need the avatar here, and let's just paste it in here and see the results. Okay, so it looks pretty cool. It's pretty similar to what we have. Again, if you are, for example, you need to change the color or the aesthetic of this design to exactly clone or to be an exact duplicate, then you can just pretty much change in the CSS. So because the intent of this tutorial is not to give you the exact duplicate of what we have here, of what we have in design, but rather to give you a way basically to teach you how to structure this, how to implement this design in React. Okay, so I guess that's it for now. And if you guys have any feedback, whatever, or you want to see me doing another design, feel free to comment, and have a good day.